Hi Leo, this is Molly from Oracles of Jedi, and I'm here today to give you your natal chart and transit astrology reading from Oracles of Jedi. And I'm pulling some cards today from the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed to give you kind of like what's going on maybe in your chart. Maybe it'll give me a specific message that's going on right now with your planets that are transiting. And I feel like there's a lot going on for Leo. I'm picking up some creative projects that are going on with you already, and I'm channeling that already from my guides. And I hope that this message resonates with you. You can check us out on Facebook at Oracles of Jedi. You can email us at oraclesofjedi@gmail.com if you have any questions, but always feel free to comment and like below, and I'll try to get back to your question. If you would like a personal reading, we also do personal astrology chart readings that would give you a very accurate description about what's going on right now with the planets and how they're hitting your chart with your natal alignments. And today I'm going to focus on 3 different aspects in your chart to kind of give you an idea about what's going on right now astrologically. Right now, Uranus and Venus are transiting. Wow. They're starting to transit Taurus, and this, for some reason, this chart looks kind of weird. It looks like it's even in Aries, but I don't think that's right. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, again, I would have to look at your personal chart. Sometimes things are like a little wonky. I don't know. You have to look at the exact placements. But it's. Let me see if I can get a clearer vision of this to see what's going on. No, it's in Taurus. Okay, that Uranus is in Taurus. Venus is in Taurus. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it looked weird on this chart for some reason, but yeah, Venus and Uranus are going through Taurus, and they're traveling together, and I feel like that's, wherever it's hitting in your chart, I've told this to the other signs already, it's affecting that area, and it's bringing in unexpected money, unexpected love. It's highlighting that area for you. If you have it going through the 9th house, that's the house of travel. It's the house of higher learning. If you're a teacher, it's possible that you're getting new students. It's possible that you're getting new classes. You're teaching new classes. If you're, say, you're a professor, you may decide to go into a different area of teaching. That's really weird. A weird message to give you. If you may have an unexpected trip come up. You may have to travel out of the country. You may have to travel out of the state for an unexpected reason. Maybe you have a death in the family. Maybe something, it's just like maybe you won a trip and you're going on a trip with your family, and that's happening. Or maybe somebody decided to give you a gift, and you're maybe they're like paying for you to go somewhere and travel or visit them or something like that. And so I see that happening for you, Leo. If you have it in the 9th house, for instance. Also, I wanted to talk about Jupiter, where it's hitting your chart, because Jupiter's in Sagittarius right now, and depending on where it is in your chart, it's expanding that area of your chart. So if, for instance, you have it in the 5th house, say you have Sag in the 5th house, and Jupiter is expanding your 5th house, you may be having like a renewed sense of creativity, a new creative project coming your way. Maybe you're writing a new novel. Maybe you're publishing more things in, in the media, possibly. The possibilities are really endless for creative projects. You could be filming a new movie. You could be working on a musical or in a musical, directing it or performing in it. Leos are very creative. They have that connection, that strength, and that spark of creativity. They're the fire sign, and so it's very possible that that's what's going on right now for you with Jupiter, depending on where Jupiter, again, where it's transiting. I would have to look at your specific chart to tell you where it might be transiting, and I could maybe even give you a of psychic vision about like what the creative project is. So just, again, email us, and if you want a private reading, check us out on Facebook at Oracles of Jedi. I also wanted to talk about a little bit about Pluto and Saturn that are going through Capricorn right now. They're traveling together as well. And I feel like, Pluto, I talked about this before in some of the other videos. Pluto strips things down to the core. It tears things down. It transforms them into something new. It's the planet of rebirth, death, rebirth, transformation. Scorpio is Scorpio's ruling planet with next to Mars. And so it's stripping down an area of your life. And if it's been transiting in Capricorn, and say it's going through your 6th house, you may have had some health issues pop up. Maybe you've had some, like, I don't know, a surgery, for instance. You've had to have some surgeries done. Maybe you've had to have some tests run and to see if you've got some sort of disease. It could be something like that. And maybe you may have also, if it's, if say Pluto and Saturn are transiting, going into your 6th house of work, service, and health. Like I said, you may be having some health issues. You may have had some problems with work and creating a consistent routine. Maybe you've had problems with your schedule and not having enough time to do everything that's required of you. You may have taken on way too much work and you just cannot keep up. It could be something like that. And Pluto will tear you down. It'll take away all the things that aren't needed. So it's showing you those things. That's the energy of Pluto. It shows you what's not working, and it'll tear it down and rebuild it back up and transform it into something that maybe you never even expected. I feel like we're on the other side of Pluto right now. I feel like it's transforming us in that area of our lives that it's touching. And so if you've been having problems with your schedule and work, you're probably going to have some more time open up in your schedule. Maybe something new is coming in for you so that you can have more time to devote to your personal life, to your personal work, potentially. Like maybe now you're able to have the time to work on that novel that you've been wanting to work on for quite a while. And with Saturn going with it, I feel like it's rebuilding a new foundation for you in some way. It's building new boundaries. It's building a new establishment. Anything that's new, and it's like, I think, Saturn has also broken down some things for us, some boundaries, because it's that planet, it's that father energy, and it can be malefic at times. So it'll sometimes, with it being with Pluto, sometimes you'll have something break that wasn't working in your life, but it does have that strong authority, and it will rebuild for you. It establishes good things for you, and it teaches us lessons while it's doing it. Again, I wanted to talk a little bit about the North Node in Cancer. I talked about that again in some other videos. People that have Cancer placements, depending on where that is in your chart. I feel like you probably have it. You may have it in the 11th house. If you have it in the 11th house, you may be having it's probably affecting your natal, wherever your natal North Node is. Interestingly enough, I'm looking at this chart. It has the North Node in the 10th house, which is a similar placement. I also have the North Node in the 10th house. It's about career and really using your career to carry out your life purpose, and your career is very needed in this lifetime. So that's very important to you, and I think you'll probably always have a career if you have it in the 10th house. I don't think you're gonna go long periods of time without having a career, or not working. If you have that, it's being triggered right now, with Cancer, because Cancer is the house of the home and family, and so somehow it's being affected. Maybe you're working from home. Maybe if you have it in the 10th house, or if you have it, for instance, in the 7th house, maybe your partnership is being affected by the North Node in Cancer transiting. And in the 11th house, if it's transiting your 11th house, for instance, Leo, it's possible that you're establishing some new, I feel like you may have some new groups coming your way. Maybe you feel like a deeper connection to some friends, and maybe you're joining a mother's group. If you're a mom, if you're single, it's possible that you're just having a renewed sense of like your family, and you're hanging out with your family more, and maybe you're not going on as many dates if you're single. Maybe you're just staying at home and hanging out. It could be that, depending on where it's hitting, if you have any placements there, I would need to look at it to see how it's affecting you specifically. But I feel like the North Node in Cancer, it's the home, it's the mother. You may have strong things coming up with your mom. If you have a mom that is ill, she may pass. I feel that. I'm not trying to be dark here, but if you have some stuff going on in the 8th house with Neptune possibly, or just anything like something, it could be like breaking away from your life. It could be your mother. If you have had a strong attachment with your mom in this lifetime, I feel like she's been influencing you really strongly, and if she does pass, it will affect you, and maybe you'll have some renewed sense of self. I know that's kind of a weird message that I'm picking up, but I mean, it all depends on the chart, the personal chart, and I'm trying to give Leo like a very like thorough and accurate description about what may be going on. So this is a general reading. It's to kind of give you an idea of what may be going on for Leo right now. There's some positive things. There's some things that are kind of maybe some strange things that are happening astrologically, but I feel like you've got Jupiter and Sag, and Sag is also a fire sign. So when there's things going on in the other fire signs, it does affect Leo. So if you've got Sag in the 5th house, it's probably being affected in a good way. Because you're Leo, so the fire is affinity with fire. And if you've got Jupiter going through the 5th house, there's like a really good energy surrounding children, creativity, and love and romance with true love. So I hope that reading helped you. I think I talked about Uranus and Venus going through Taurus earlier. And that was one other thing I wanted to say about that. You may have some unexpected things come up where, again, you may have a new opportunity. You might meet a love partner with that placement. Maybe you'll meet them at the school that you work with. If you're a teacher, if you're a spiritual guru, you might meet them and they're a new client of yours, something like that. Also, you might have more money coming in through that avenue with Venus going through your 9th house. If you have Taurus in the 10th, you may also be getting a new job. You may be getting a new opportunity with money. Perhaps somebody's going to leave you an inheritance, or you'll get a new job offer, something like that, if it's going through your 10th house or your 8th house, depending on where it's placed. So I hope that reading helped you, Leo, and I'm going to pull one card from the Enchanted Map deck just to give you an idea of like maybe what's going on astrologically right now with Leo. I think Leo is really cool. I had a friend growing up that was a Leo. She was really spontaneous. We always had like sleepovers, but it would always be at the last minute, and she always invited me to her birthdays at the last minute. It was kind of funny. Like, she was just very cool though, and very lively and fun, and I think that Leo is very creative and has that inner child. When I think about Leo, that's what I think. And this is the Rescue card. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to tune in on this because I'm not exactly sure what this means for Leo. So this card, it has like a hot air balloon in it with like a person that's like with a telescope, and they're looking at this like structure that's flying in the sky. I'm not, I haven't really looked at this card very often. I haven't gotten it in a long time. So I feel like the rescue card, okay, so you may have had some sort of like traumatic experience happen recently that you really needed help at the last minute. I'm picking it up at the last minute because I thought about my friend that was always, inviting me at the last minute to her parties and stuff, even though they were really fun. But yeah, something at the last minute you needed help with. You may need somebody, but I feel like if whatever it is, if something comes up and you need help, there's somebody there that's going to help you and they're going to rescue you out of that situation. Say like maybe you can't, something comes up and you can't pay your car payment this month or something like that. I think you're going to get help at the last minute. Somebody will come in and swoop in and right away you'll be able to pay it. It could be that you have a health problem and you have to leave your class, or you have to, if you're a teacher, if you're a spiritual advisor, you may have to like go work on an assignment at the last minute and help somebody else out. It could be the opposite, and you may have to go rescue somebody that is close to you. If it's something like that, I think you're going to be the hero of the situation, which is really cool because, Leo has that ability to really like be strong for somebody in their time of need. And so I think this is a really good card. I mean, I hope it's not anything bad that's going on with you, Leo. I hope that, nothing is going on health-wise that's causing you to like panic or feel like you need help. But this message is, ringing true for me and coming from my guides. So I hope that this kind of gives you some clarity this month that's coming up. And if you want to like this, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I really, I'm looking for some new clients right now. I have some openings in the next couple of weeks. You can check us out again on our Oracles of Jedi page and on Facebook, and you can email us at oraclesofjedi@gmail.com. Thank you again for liking and subscribing, and of course, you can ask any questions. I'm usually available and I can answer them right away for you. Tomorrow we're doing a tarot extravaganza, and I'm really excited about that, and that's where we pull a tarot card to ask, we'll ask our guides to give us an answer to give you, and we'll be doing that live on Facebook, so I look forward to seeing you there if you're interested in that. And again, happy summer. I think you're going to be having a lot of fun, Leo. You're a fun-loving sign, and I'm sure you're going to be partying and going to the pool and doing fun stuff. So I look forward to talking to you next month. Have a great day.